Hey guys, I'm Lucas and this is the story of my Kerbal Space program. Welcome to the NeverEnding glory. In the last episode I had to leave Jebediah orbiting the moon because I ran out of fuel and the rescue mission has therefore priority. Since I'm good on funds, I do upgrade my tracking station so I can finally see where I'm heading, which will hopefully allow me to be more efficient transferring to the moon. Next I grab a few related contracts, but I'm not yet sure if I will be able to achieve them. Building a space station is my next goal, so I grab that one too before it disappears. Okay, I decide to go for an unmanned mission because Jeb's capsule has a docking port and I can use it. The setup is pretty standard and I had similar designs before. I use liquid fueled strap-on boosters and 2 core stages. I think it's a little too much for this mission, but I'd rather have some spare fuel than running low again. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1 and liftoff! Liftoff of Moon Mission 4. And there it goes, a flawless launch, and the trajectory looks good as well. I'm a little too fast here in the upper atmosphere, but this should not be a problem. The heat is gone quickly and I'm ready for booster separation. Not perfect, but quite a Korolev cross. After another stage separation, I am now ready for the transfer burn. I aim my apoapsis at 45 degrees in front of the moon like so. Thanks to the upgraded tracking station, I can finally see my encounter in advance. Double clicking the moon, I can exactly see where I will pass it and fine tune my trajectory. Jeb is caught in a polar orbit, so I have to fly by the poles, and I choose the south one, so I burn downwards. It can be a little tricky though, and I don't exactly know where I'm burning. Using maneuver nodes would be probably a good idea, but I got used to not using them. However, the trajectory looks good and I am at the moon in no time. And here it comes. What a pity. My orbit is shifted by 90 degrees from Jeb's one, which means the whole procedure was useless because the inclination change now consumes basically as much fuel as it had from an equatorial orbit. And there goes my spare fuel. Circularizing my orbit, I directly aim for a rendezvous with Jeb, which is no problem just looking at the markers. And here we go. Aligning both retrograde markers and slowing down constantly makes it really easy. Hi Jeb. His capsule has no propulsion, so I try to align both craft and give it a little kick before I undock it. And perfect. Better than expected. Okay, on the ground I can see now the locations I have contracts for, and they are luckily not far away from my orbit. A little inclination change and I'm ready to perform the braking burn. The first wants me to perform a crew report above the surface. No problemo. The others are more difficult however, and the ground is really bumpy, which is not exactly what my lengthy lander is designed for. That edge between the craters looks quite flat, so I go for it. It's not perfectly flat, but it should work. Ha! Done. Moon Mission 4 has landed. Planting a flag fulfills the first contract, and for the second I will use Jeb's EVA propellant to reach the different locations. Since I have landed in the first one, there are only 2 left. I have to make sure though not to use more than half of my propellant to reach my destinations, so I have enough left to return. Such long EVA flights are quite dangerous because I usually underestimate the speed and, well, I think you can imagine. Okay, that's the first one, now back to the lander. Ha, who needs ladders? The last one is a little bit farther away, but should be no big deal either. And there it is, Sector LF OSB Alpha. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds important. Okay, now back again. I run a little low on fuel, so I better walk the rest. Oh. And oh. But now, oh no. And what is going on? That is not funny, come on Jeb. Nope. Okay, as it seems I won't get into the pod this way, but thankfully I have a probe core and can flip the lander. Now you will witness my patented breakdance recovery. Spin it. a quick burn, and I'm ready to leave the moon. I have still plenty of fuel left, and I'm glad having Jeb heading home again. These are the contracts I have fulfilled during the mission, and the capsule is still packed with science from the previous one. Almost 800,000 funds after having upgraded the tracking station. Terrific! Now I quickly test a booster on the launch pad before I go on with my station. Since my next destination will be Minmus, I do also start looking for related contracts and invest science points in aviation and aerodynamics, so I'll be able to visit places on Kerbin efficiently. The purpose of my station will be to rescue stranded Kerbals in low Kerbin orbit and also refuel reusable craft. To fulfill the contract, it needs a docking port, room for 9 Kerbals, solar panels, antennas and 4,000 units of liquid fuel. This is Glory Station 1. It's quite heavy, so I won't be able to lift it fully loaded since it weighs over 20 tons and I don't want to build ridiculous craft. This is my launcher. It features 2 core stages with 5 engines each and 4 strap-on boosters. My station has only a single Terrier engine, so the thrust-to-weight ratio is extremely low. And here comes the launch. 3, 2, 1 and liftoff! Liftoff of the Glory Station 1. What a heavy beast. A slow start, but I reached supersonic speeds before booster separation. The trajectory could be a little steeper, so I have to burn under quite an angle against the wind. Which I forgot, and here comes the backflip. But no problem for Valentina. Look at her, she's crazy. As if Henlong hadn't enough trouble in the past. The rest will hopefully proceed according to plan. Okay, that looks good. Second stage separation and we're ready for circularization. We're in orbit. I unfold the radiators now to avoid explosions from overheating, and I decide to go for an 125 km high orbit. Next up is the refueling and mission to Minmus, but that's another story of the never-ending glory. I hope to see you there if you like, and thank you for watching.